two I've missed as I drag my heels across the open plain, begging not to make the same mistakes again. They're hidden somewhere far away from ordinary men. Won't you come along and join me on this dark, unending quest? I must warn you that it can be slow going as my guest, and I'm betting on the hope that's left in me. There's enough to get us across the line and be like the people who we used to dream we might end up being. In the wide expanse of nighttime sky we walk silently. Will there ever be a time when we let go for once and all of these heavy chains that make us slow and steady as we crawl? And you'd like to think it's not an easy feat, but instead assume that the world has got us beat. It's the same wrong turn again that we are doomed to repeat, and the path to freedom lies along the opposite street. Coming down this empty road 100 times or more, I've been looking for the signs I knew existed here before, and I'm hoping that there's one or two I've missed. Cross the open plain, begging not to make the same mistakes again. They are hidden somewhere far away from ordinary men.
Thank you very much. I'm Marianne, and I'm a public servant by day and a singer-songwriter by night. As you may have guessed, that particular song wasn't written all about happiness and sunshine. It was composed a couple of years ago at a time when I was a bit confused about my career direction, and I was trying to work out why I felt frustrated. I was 26 and I was already an ex-high school teacher, a bit burnt out, and trying to work out what it was that I was missing in my life. And I realised that part of it was that I couldn't suppress any longer the desire to just write and perform my own music. It took me to a place where I realised, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to try and build up a dual identity and a dual career, because I knew from an early age that music doesn't always pay the bills, and I couldn't be content if I wasn't financially self-sufficient. So fast forward a few years, and I have a wonderful balance in my life of working and investing in my career in the day, and playing and singing to audiences in the night and on the weekends, and I'm loving it. As you can imagine, bearing your heart on your sleeve is quite cathartic and not exactly encouraged in the land of bureaucracy. For example, I recently met a wonderful man and we fell in love. This isn't an uncommon tale, but nonetheless extraordinary. It wouldn't be all that appropriate to leap into my office every morning exclaiming my affection and delight in the world. So I put it into songs, and I'd like to sing you a love song that I wrote to win his heart, and I originally called it Song for a Friend to not freak him out too much. I know we've both been hurt before, been let down by forever. I know we'll both get burned some more, but it can and will be better. I know we've both been fooled before, blown off like a feather, been shaken to our very core. It's a part of what brought us together. Do you see yourself in me? Now we're free. What will be? What will be? I look into those crazy eyes, try and see what you're thinking. No expectations of surprise, but it still won't stop me from thinking. You sang to me the kindest song, no one so unworthy will ever hold me for too long, so I might find love before 30. Do you see yourself in me? Now we're free. What will be? What will be? Can I fall under you? Can I fall under you? Please let me fall under you, under you. I know we've both been hurt before, been let down by forever. I know we'll both get burnt some more, but it can and will be better. Thank you so much. I truly believe that you don't have to do something for a living to be very enthusiastic and passionate about it, and I encourage everyone to just find their own creative voice and engage in that activity, whatever it is, as often as possible. That song seemed to do the trick, because fast forward a couple of months later, this one was born, and it's called Slow Burn. It's inspired by taking a leap of faith onto an uncharted path. When your doubts are too strong, let me sing you a song. Rub your shoulders, fetch you some tea. Make this the place you most want to be. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
less than perfect spaces in which we stayed. And don't you see how luck starts to turn? Fire the embers, start a slow burn. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. And when I fall, will you be there to hold my hand? And when I stumble, will you be there to understand? When the leaps are too long and we don't get along, take comfort. I've looked far ahead and done a course in hearts that have bled. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Past mistakes we have made, the less than perfect spaces in which we stay. Don't you see how luck starts to turn? Fire the embers, start a slow burn, slow burn.
Thank you very much. And I'd like to thank TEDx for inviting me here. It's such a pleasure. If you'd like to come to my Canberra gigs, you can just like my Facebook band page and enjoy the rest of the fantastic conference. I'll squeeze one last song in to say goodbye, and there's a message about what to do next for morning tea in the song.
The man is overwhelmed with options near and far, but somehow seems as if they're all just under par. He takes his pick and hopes she burrows in his heart. Safe on rainy days, but it's just a phase. If he could hurry up and see what's round the bend, he needn't have to sing that lonely song he penned. Where he travels, he will always find a friend. Safe on foreign land, no one understands. Why don't you go, why don't you get out of, why don't you go, why don't you get out of, why don't you go, why don't you get out of here? Set her apart, all go, set her apart, all go, set her apart, all go home. Just like the flower buds that fail to see the sun, dreams are hanging around reminding everyone. Can't forget the scenes that promise so much fun, safely packed away for another day. Why don't you go, why don't you get out of, why don't you go, why don't you get out of, why don't you go, why don't you get out of here? Set her apart, all go, set her apart, all go, set her apart, all go home. Bada 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 bada. In 20 years, he'll be an older, wiser sort. The younger boy will ride a bike as he was taught, and through the daily grind appears a conscious thought. No one's sorry now, come and take your bite.